Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Talk English Today podcast. I'm Alex, and I'm so happy to be here with you. Today, we have an exciting topic that can help you improve your English in a fun and easy way. If you want to speak more clearly and confidently, this episode is for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Aria, and I'm really excited to talk with you today. Learning English is a journey, and we all want to speak naturally and fluently. Today, we will share a special technique that can help you do that. It's simple, it's effective, and you can start using it today.
That's right. This technique is called shadowing. Many English learners use it to practice speaking, and they see great results. If you practice shadowing every day, your English will improve fast.
And the best part? You don't need a teacher or a partner to practice. You can do it by yourself anytime, anywhere. It's a great way to learn and have fun at the same time.
In today's episode, we'll talk about shadowing. Shadowing is a simple but powerful method to improve pronunciation, fluency, and listening skills. It helps you get used to the rhythm and sounds of English.
Yes, many successful English learners use shadowing to train their brains to think in English. This technique helps you speak more naturally, just like a native speaker.
Shadowing is very easy. You listen to a sentence in English and then you repeat it right away. You try to copy the speaker's voice, speed, and pronunciation. This helps you sound more natural when you speak.
It's like learning a song. The first time it's difficult, but the more you listen and repeat, the easier it gets. Soon your mouth and brain will remember the words automatically.
And the great thing is, you can use shadowing with anything: TV shows, movies, podcasts, or YouTube videos. Just listen and repeat.
That's right, you don't need to memorize anything. You just listen, repeat, and improve.
Have you ever felt like your English sounds unnatural? Do you feel like you speak too slowly or don't have the right accent?
Or do you sometimes struggle to pronounce words correctly? Maybe you feel shy when speaking English?
If so, don't worry. Many people feel the same way, but shadowing is one of the best ways to fix this problem.
Yes, shadowing helps you speak more smoothly, and it makes you feel more confident. It's a great way to practice English every day.
Imagine this. You hear a sentence in English, and you repeat it right away. You copy the way the speaker says it. You practice this every day, and soon your English sounds better and more natural.
And the best part? You can do this anytime. When you're walking, cooking, or even waiting for the bus, you just need to listen and repeat.
That's right. So stay with us, because in this episode, we will teach you how to use shadowing the right way. So, what exactly is shadowing? Shadowing is a technique where you listen to English audio and repeat what you hear immediately, just like an echo. You try to say the words exactly as the speaker says them. You don't just copy the words, you copy the pronunciation, the rhythm, and the way the speaker stresses certain words. This helps you sound more natural when speaking English.
That's right. Shadowing is like following a leader. Imagine you are learning to dance. If you watch a dancer and copy their moves exactly, you can learn to dance well. Shadowing is the same, but instead of dancing, you copy the way a person speaks. You match their speed, their tone, and the way they say words. This helps you improve your pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm in English.
And here's something important. When you shadow, you should try to repeat as quickly as possible. You don't wait and think about the words too much. You hear them, and then you say them immediately. This helps your brain and mouth get used to speaking English without stopping.
Yes, and the best part is that you don't need a teacher or a classroom to practice shadowing. You can do it anywhere. You can use podcasts, audiobooks, or even short videos in English. Just listen carefully and repeat what you hear. If you do this every day, you will notice a big difference in the way you speak.
Many English learners say shadowing helps them feel more confident. At first, it might be difficult. Maybe some words feel hard to say. Maybe you can't speak as fast as the speaker. But if you keep practicing, your mouth will get used to English sounds. Your speaking will become smoother, and you will feel more comfortable using English in real life.
Yes, and another great thing about shadowing is that it helps you think in English. When you do shadowing, you don't translate in your head, you just listen and speak. This trains your brain to process English faster. When you practice a lot, you will start thinking in English naturally without even trying.
That's why many successful language learners use shadowing. It is a simple technique, but it is very powerful. It helps you sound more like a native speaker. It helps you understand English better, and it helps you become more fluent over time.
So, if you want to improve your English speaking skills, shadowing is one of the best ways to do it. You can start today. Just find some English audio, listen carefully, and repeat after the speaker. The more you practice, the better you will get.
Now, let's try a quick shadowing exercise. I will say a simple sentence, and Aria will repeat it immediately after me. Pay attention to how she copies my pronunciation, my speed, and the way I stress certain words. Ready? Let's start. English is fun to learn if you practice every day.
Shadowing. English is fun to learn if you practice every day.
Great job. Did you notice how Aria didn't just say the words? She copied the way I said them. She followed my rhythm and intonation. That's what makes shadowing so effective.
Yes, you have to listen carefully and try to match the speaker's voice as much as possible. This helps you learn the natural way to speak English. Let's try another one.
Okay, here's the next sentence. Listen carefully and repeat right after me. I am learning English to speak with confidence.
Shadowing. I am learning English to speak with confidence.
Excellent. That's how shadowing works. You listen, you copy, and you improve.
And don't worry if it feels difficult at first. It's okay to make mistakes. What's important is that you keep trying. If some words are hard to say, you can slow down and practice them again. The more you practice, the easier it will become.
That's a great point. Shadowing is not about being perfect. It's about training your mouth and your brain to get used to English. If you do it every day, your pronunciation will improve, your fluency will improve, and you will feel more confident when you speak.
Yes, and remember, you can use any English audio for shadowing. You can practice with podcasts, movies, songs, or even short conversations. Just pick something you enjoy, listen carefully, and repeat after the speaker.
That's right. Shadowing is a simple but powerful technique. If you practice every day, you will see big improvements in your English skills. So, give it a try and start shadowing today.
Shadowing is very effective for many reasons. First, it improves your pronunciation. When you copy a native speaker, you hear the correct way to say each word, and you practice saying it the same way. This helps you learn the correct sounds in English. Many learners struggle with pronunciation, but shadowing makes it easier. The more you shadow, the more natural your English will sound.
Yes. And another great reason shadowing works is that it helps you stop translating in your head. Many learners think in their own language first, and then they try to translate into English. But this can make speaking slow and difficult. When you practice shadowing, you don't have time to translate. You hear the words, and you say them immediately. This trains your brain to think in English naturally, without stopping to translate.
That's so true. And another reason shadowing works is that it helps with listening skills. When you listen carefully to a native speaker and repeat their words, you train your ears to understand spoken English better. You start to hear small details in pronunciation that you might not notice before. This makes it easier to understand English in conversations, movies, and real-life situations.
And the best part? You don't need a partner. Some language learning methods require another person to practice with, but shadowing is different. You can do it alone. You can shadow anytime, anywhere. You can practice while walking, while doing chores, or even while waiting for the bus. Just put on your headphones, play an English podcast or video, and start shadowing.
Yes, it's so easy to fit into your daily routine. Even if you are very busy, you can still practice for a few minutes every day. And the more you do it, the better you will get. Shadowing is like exercise for your mouth and brain. Just like going to the gym makes your muscles stronger, shadowing makes your English stronger.
Exactly. And remember, Shadowing is not about being perfect. It's okay to make mistakes at first. The important thing is to keep going and keep practicing. Over time, you will notice big improvements in the way you speak and understand English.
So, if you want to improve your pronunciation, listening skills, and fluency, shadowing is one of the best techniques to use. It's simple, effective, and you can start today.
Now, let's go step by step on how to practice shadowing correctly. Many learners try shadowing but don't get the best results because they miss some important steps. If you follow these steps, you will improve faster and make your English sound more natural. Let's go through them one by one.
Yes, shadowing is easy, but you need to do it the right way. If you follow these steps, you will get better results. Let's start with step 1.
Step 1. Choose the right audio. Pick something that is clear, natural, and at your level. A podcast, audiobook, or even a short video can be great. If the audio is too hard, you might feel frustrated. If it's too easy, you might not improve much. So, choose something that challenges you, but is still understandable.
That's a great point. Also, try to choose audio that has a speaker you like. If you enjoy listening, you will want to practice more. Now, step 2. Listen first. Before you start speaking, just listen. Focus on how the speaker pronounces words. Pay attention to the rhythm and the way sentences flow. This will help you when you start shadowing.
Exactly. Step 3. Shadow immediately. As soon as you hear the words, repeat them. Don't wait and don't pause. You want to copy the speaker's pronunciation, intonation, and speed as closely as possible. Think of it like being an echo. If you do this often, your speaking will become smoother and more natural.
That's right. But sometimes the audio might be too fast. So step 4, slow down if needed. If the speaker talks too quickly, you can slow the audio to 0.75x speed. Many apps and websites allow you to adjust the speed. It's better to speak clearly and correctly than to rush and make mistakes.
Yes, slowing down can help, especially at the beginning. Now, step 5. Repeat multiple times. Shadowing once is good, but doing it many times is better. The more you repeat, the more your pronunciation and fluency will improve. Repetition is key to learning any new skill, and English is no different.
Yes. And here's the last step, step 6. Record yourself. This step is very important. Many learners don't realize how they sound. But when you record yourself and listen, you can hear your mistakes. Compare your speech to the original speaker and adjust. Are you pronouncing words correctly? Is your rhythm the same? Keep practicing until you sound more natural.
That's a great tip. Recording yourself helps you track your progress. If you do this regularly, you will see big improvements in your pronunciation and speaking skills. Shadowing is one of the best ways to improve quickly, but you have to practice often and follow these steps.
So, to review, choose the right audio, listen first, shadow immediately, slow down if needed, repeat multiple times, and record yourself. If you do this every day, your English will improve faster than you think. If you're wondering what kind of content to use, don't worry. There are many great choices. You just need to find something that works for you. The best content for shadowing is clear, natural, and interesting. If you enjoy what you're listening to, you will practice more. Let's talk about some of the best types of content you can use for shadowing.
Yes. The first option is podcasts. Podcasts are great because they have clear speech and natural conversations. Many podcasts are made for English learners, so they speak slowly and clearly. You can listen to different topics, like daily life, business, or travel. Plus, you can listen to podcasts anywhere, while walking, driving, or even cooking.
That's a great point. The second option is audiobooks. Audiobooks are really helpful because they use well-pronounced words and storytelling intonation. When you shadow an audiobook, you can learn how to express emotions in English. The way a speaker changes their voice in a story helps you understand how to use English naturally.
That's true. The next option is YouTube videos. There are so many great YouTube channels for learning English. You can find interviews, English lessons, and real conversations. A great thing about YouTube is that many videos have subtitles, so you can read while you listen. This helps you understand the words and pronunciation better.
Yes, and the last option is movies and TV shows. These are great for learning real-life dialogues and natural expressions. When you shadow actors in movies or TV shows, you learn how people actually talk in everyday life. You can hear different accents and practice speaking more naturally.
That's right. The key is to pick something that interests you. If you like stories, try audiobooks. If you prefer casual conversations, listen to podcasts. If you want to see body language and expressions, watch YouTube videos or movies. The most important thing is to enjoy what you're listening to, because that will keep you motivated to practice every day.
Exactly. If you find something fun and exciting, you won't feel like you're studying. Shadowing should be enjoyable. So, choose content that makes you happy and start practicing. The more you listen and repeat, the better your English will become. Let's talk about some common mistakes that many learners make when practicing shadowing. If you know these mistakes, you can avoid them and improve faster. Shadowing is a great method, but only if you do it correctly. So, let's go through the most common mistakes and how to fix them.
Yes, the first mistake is speaking too fast, without understanding. Some learners try to shadow quickly without really listening to the words. If you don't understand the sentence, it's hard to say it correctly. The best way to fix this is to listen first. Play the audio a few times before you start speaking. If the speaker is too fast, slow down the audio to 0.75x speed. This will help you hear each word clearly.
That's right. The second mistake is mumbling instead of speaking clearly. Some people don't open their mouths fully when they speak. If you don't pronounce the words clearly, your English won't sound natural. To fix this, focus on saying every word properly. Watch yourself in the mirror while shadowing. Make sure your lips and tongue move the right way. The more you practice, the clearer your speech will become.
Yes! The third mistake is skipping difficult words. Some learners ignore hard words because they are afraid of making mistakes. But skipping words won't help you improve. Instead, pause the audio and look up the meaning of difficult words. Listen to their pronunciation and repeat them slowly. With time, these words will become easier for you.
That's a very important tip. The fourth mistake is ignoring intonation and rhythm. Intonation is the way a speaker's voice goes up and down. Rhythm is how fast or slow they speak. If you only focus on words but don't copy the speaker's tone and speed, your English won't sound natural. To fix this, try to match the speaker's voice exactly. Pay attention to where they pause and where their voice rises and falls. This will make your English sound more like a native speaker's.
Yes, and the last mistake is giving up too soon. Some learners try shadowing once or twice and feel frustrated. They think they are not improving fast enough, so they stop. But shadowing takes time. You won't see results in one day, but if you practice every day, you will get better. The key is to be patient and keep going. Even 5 minutes of shadowing every day can make a big difference.
Exactly. The most important thing is to enjoy the process. Don't be too hard on yourself. Mistakes are normal and they help you learn. If you keep practicing and avoid these common mistakes, your English will improve a lot.
Now, we have a fun challenge for you. This is called the 7-Day Shadowing Challenge. If you do this for 1 week, you will see a big difference in your English speaking skills. Shadowing takes practice, and this challenge will help you stay focused and improve step by step.
Yes, it's very simple. You just need to practice shadowing for a few minutes every day for 7 days. Here's how you can do it. 1. Choose the right content. Find a short podcast, a YouTube clip, or an audiobook passage. Pick something you enjoy and that has clear pronunciation. 2. listen first. Before you start speaking, listen to the audio once or twice. Pay attention to how the speaker says each word, their rhythm, and their tone. 3. Start shadowing. Now, repeat what the speaker says as soon as you hear it. Try to copy their pronunciation and speed as closely as possible. 4. Slow down if needed. If the speaker talks too fast, slow down the audio. You can use the settings on YouTube or your podcast app to reduce the speed to 0.75x. 5. Record yourself. On day 1, record yourself while shadowing. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Just do your best. 6. Keep practicing every day. Repeat the same passage daily. Each day, try to sound a little better. Focus on pronunciation and fluency. 7. Compare your progress. On day 7, record yourself again and compare it with your day 1 recording. You will hear how much you have improved.
This challenge is a great way to track your progress. Many learners don't realize how much they improve because they don't record themselves. But when you compare your first and last recordings, you will hear the difference.
Yes, and don't forget to have fun with it. If you want, you can share your experience with us. You can leave a comment or post about your challenge using the hashtag #ShadowingChallenge on social media. We would love to hear about your progress.
Before we go, we have some final tips to make your shadowing practice even better.
First, be patient. Learning to speak fluently takes time. You may not sound perfect right away, but that's okay. Keep going and you will improve.
Second, practice every day. Even just 5 minutes a day can make a big difference. The more you practice, the easier it will become.
Third, choose content you enjoy. If you like movies, try shadowing a short clip from your favorite movie. If you like podcasts, choose a podcast that interests you. Learning is more fun when you enjoy the process.
And one last thing, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Every time you shadow, you are getting better. So keep going and don't give up.
That's all for today's episode. We hope you learned something new and feel excited to start shadowing. Remember, the more you practice, the more natural your English will sound.
If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to Talk English Today for more tips on learning English. And if you found this helpful, share it with your friends so they can practice too.
Thank you for listening. Keep practicing, keep shadowing, and we'll see you in the next episode.